All right, today we're diving into the world of the digital detective. We're going to explore the fascinating field of computer forensics, a place where the crime scene isn't some dusty room, it's a hard drive.
So think about this for a second. At a regular crime scene, right? You're looking for fingerprints, maybe some footprints, actual physical clues. But what happens when the entire crime scene, the whole thing, fits on a laptop? Where do you even start looking for clues then?
Well, that's where computer forensics comes in. It's basically the rule book, the science, and honestly, the art of pulling digital evidence out of a device. And the goal? It's not just about figuring out what happened. Nope. The real trick is doing it in a way that all that evidence you find actually holds up in a court of law. That's the key.
Okay, let's jump right in. Section 1, A Crime Goes Digital. We're going to try and understand this new frontier of investigation. So, what kinds of digital crimes are these investigators even dealing with?
Okay, so when you break it down, the threats usually fall into two big buckets. First, you've got your internal or insider attacks. And believe it or not, these are super common. This is when someone you trust, like an employee, uses the access they already have to do something malicious. Then you have the classic external attacks, the stuff you see in movies, a hacker from the outside trying to break in. But here's the thing, both of them, no matter where they come from, leave a digital trail. Next up, Section 2, Uncovering Digital Fingerprints. The big idea here is that every contact leaves a trace. And really, that digital trail, it's everything. Just like in the real world, every single thing you do on a computer leaves a mark.
This brings us to a foundational idea in forensics called Locard's exchange principle. It's been a cornerstone for over 100 years, and it's wild how perfectly it applies to the digital world. Think about it. Opening a file, visiting a website, sending an email. Every single one of those actions leaves behind a tiny digital fingerprint. It's a trace, and that's exactly what these investigators are trained to hunt down. But here's the catch. Not all digital fingerprints are created equal. Investigators have to know the difference between what's called volatile data and non-volatile data. Volatile data is the temporary stuff. Think about what's on your clipboard right now. The moment you pull the plug, poof, it's gone. Then you have non-volatile data. That's the permanent stuff saved to your hard drive. This makes those first few moments of an investigation absolutely critical. And this gets to the heart of the challenge, right? Digital evidence is unbelievably fragile. I mean, one wrong click, just one, and you could change a timestamp or accidentally delete a log file that cracks the whole case. It's also usually circumstantial. It means one single piece of data rarely gives you the full picture. It's more like you're piecing together this giant mosaic of clues to see what really happened. Okay, Section 3, the rules of evidence, or how to make sure the clues actually count in court. Yeah, because of how fragile this stuff is, just finding the evidence is only half the battle. Making sure a judge will even look at it, that means you have to follow a really strict set of rules. So for any digital clue to even make it into a courtroom, it has to jump through a bunch of hoops. First, it has to be authentic and reliable. That means investigators have to prove it's the real deal and nobody's messed with it. It also has to be material, meaning it's actually relevant to the case. And then there's the best evidence rule, which usually means you need the original file, not just a copy. It's basically a legal obstacle course, all designed to make sure the process is fair. So how do investigators possibly navigate all this? Well, they stick to 4 golden rules. And the first one is the big one, the absolute foundation of everything. Do not change the original data, period. From that point on, every single thing they do has to be documented in an audit trail. Why? So that another expert could come in, follow their exact same steps, and get the exact same results. It's all about integrity. And these rules apply across different legal landscapes. In criminal cases, you've got law enforcement, search warrants, and someone could be facing jail time. The stakes are super high. But then you have civil cases. This could be something like 2 companies fighting over a broken contract. Here, investigators are looking for evidence to prove who owes money to whom. The stakes and procedures are pretty different. Let's move on to Section 4, the investigator's modern toolkit. We're talking high-tech tools for a high-tech world. Because to crack these really complex cases, today's digital detectives aren't just relying on rule books. No way. They have a whole arsenal of super advanced tools. One of the most powerful tools in that kit is something called threat intelligence. Now, this isn't just about digging up deleted files. This is about getting inside the attacker's head. It's about analyzing their methods, the tools they use, who they've targeted in the past, all of it. With that information, investigators can build a profile, spot familiar patterns, and sometimes even predict what the attacker's going to do next.
And now we have to talk about AI, because artificial intelligence is a total game changer. I mean, investigators are often looking at terabytes of data. That's like trying to find one specific sentence in a library full of books. It's impossible for a human alone. So AI acts like a partner, automating the grunt work and flagging potential evidence in a tiny fraction of the time. And AI can do so much more than just sort files. It's incredible. It can find hidden connections in massive data sets that a human would never spot. It can even analyze text and detect suspicious emotional tones in emails. And get this, it can even help crack encrypted messages. It's a massive leap forward. Okay, our final section, justice in the digital age. Let's talk about the challenges and what the future looks like. Because even with all these amazing tools, trying to get justice in the digital world is packed with some really tough challenges.
A really key idea for dealing with these challenges is forensic readiness. You know the saying, the best defense is a good offense? That's pretty much it. It's all about an organization being prepared before an attack ever happens. It means setting up your systems to log data and preserve evidence, so that if the worst case scenario does happen, you're not scrambling. You're ready to respond right away. And make no mistake, the challenges are huge. Attackers can hide behind layer after layer of anonymity. The evidence, as we've seen, is so volatile it can just disappear. On top of that, criminals are now using anti-forensic techniques, tools designed specifically to wipe their digital tracks clean. And then you have the jurisdiction nightmare. A crime can start in one country and bounce off servers in 5 others. How do you even investigate that?
And all of this leaves us with one final and pretty heavy question. In a world where attackers can be completely anonymous, where crucial data can vanish in the blink of an eye, and where crime scenes are scattered across the entire globe, can we ever be truly certain about the digital evidence we find? That, right there, is the central challenge for every digital detective working today.